Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Wednesday, May 5th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with Backlash, streamed live yesterday on Peacock and the WWE Network from the LDLC Arena in Lyon, Descends, France. In the main event, Cody Rhodes made the first televised defense of the undisputed WWE Championship, pinning AJ Styles after a crossroads at 27 minutes and 18 seconds. New WWE Women's Tag Team Champions were crowned as Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defeated Kairi Sane and Asuka in 17 minutes and 22 seconds when Belair pinned Sane.
And look at this. This is incredible. Just woman handling Kairi Sane. And there it is, jaded. It wasn't pretty at points, but the exclamation point in the form of the KOD would guarantee we have brand new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill rule the tag team division.
This is Cargill's first championship in WWE. Tonga Loa was revealed as the newest member of the Bloodline as he interfered to help his brother Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa defeat Kevin Owens and Randy Orton in the opening match.
Kevin Owens trying to crawl to the cover to put Tonga away. Meanwhile, who the hell? Oh my God, Cole, is that? Oh my God, you know who that is, Corey. Oh my God, that's Tonga Loa. That's Tonga's brother. That's Tonga's brother. Another member of the Bloodline has arrived.
In other results, World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest retained against Jey Uso thanks in part to interference from JD McDonough and Finn Balor, and Bayley successfully defended the WWE Women's title against Tiffany Stratton and Naomi in a triple threat. Backlash was the first WWE Premium Live event to be held in France. Also announced during the show were opening round matches for the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring tournaments for the Raw side of the roster. Announced matches for the men were Sheamus against Gunther, Ricochet versus Ilya Dragunov, Rey Mysterio against Kofi Kingston, and Drew McIntyre takes on Finn Balor. Announced matches for the women were Zoe Stark against Ivy Nile, Shayna Baszler against Zelina Vega, Lyra Valkyria against Asuka, and Io Sky against Natalya. In more WWE news, WrestleMania 41 is scheduled to take place next year on April 19th and 20th at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, according to an official announcement made yesterday. Said Nick Khan, quote, "Las Vegas is the sports and entertainment capital of the world. Allegiant Stadium has proven to be even greater than the A-plus venue Las Vegas guaranteed it would be. We look forward to bringing WWE's biggest event, WrestleMania, to Las Vegas and Allegiant Stadium so we can collectively make WrestleMania 41 on April 19th and 20th, 2025 the most successful WWE event of all time." End quote. Minneapolis had previously been rumored to be the site of next year's WrestleMania, but Las Vegas had become the front-runner according to reports late last month. TNA presented the 4th annual edition of Under Siege live on pay-per-view Friday night from the Albany Armory in Albany, New York. The main event saw the in-ring return of Matt Hardy to TNA Wrestling after a 7-year absence as he teamed with Speedball Mike Bailey and Trent Seven in a losing effort against the System. New Knockouts World Tag Team Champions were crowned as Alicia Edwards and Masha Slamovich defeated Dani Luna and Jody Threat in 6.5 minutes. The loss ends Luna and Threat's reign at 56 days. It's the first reign for Edwards and the third reign for Slamovich, who previously held the belts twice with Killer Kelly as MK Ultra. Mustafa Ali made his 5th successful defense of the X Division title, turning back the challenge of Ace Austin. In other results, Jordan Grace and PCO beat Khan and Steph DeLander in a mixed tag team match. Jonathan Gresham topped Kushida. Rich Swann beat Jake Something. Joe Hendry went over Zachary Wentz. Ash by Elegance defeated Havoc, and Eric Young and Josh Alexander beat Frankie Kazarian and Steve Macklin in the opener. In more WWE news, Gable Steveson was released from his contract yesterday, according to Mike Johnson. Steveson, a gold medalist at the 2020 Tokyo Summer Olympics, was first signed by WWE in September of 2021, the first signee of the Next in Line program. His progress in the WWE Performance Center had reportedly been disappointing, with his only televised match for the company being almost 2 years ago after his signing, a double countout against Baron Corbin in NXT's Great American Bash in July of 2023. He continued to be used on NXT house shows throughout the rest of 2023 and moved to SmackDown Dark matches at the start of this year, with his last match being a win over Cedric Alexander in Charlotte, North Carolina on February 9th. Turning to Japan, New Japan Pro Wrestling held the second night of their Wrestling Dontaku event on Saturday inside the Fukuoka International Center. Jon Moxley made his second defense of the IWGP World Heavyweight title, turning back the challenge of Ren Narita in 25 minutes and 18 seconds, pinning him after delivering the Death Rider DDT. Bullet Club leader David Finlay downed Nick Nemeth to win the IWGP Global Heavyweight title in 15 minutes and 34 seconds, ending Nemeth's 71-day reign as champion. In other title matches, Kenta and Chase Owens toppled Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi to win the IWGP World Tag Team Championship, and Shingo Takagi pinned Gabe Kidd to retain the Never Openweight title. Pro Wrestling Noah ran their WrestleMagic 2024 show inside Tokyo's Sumo Hall. In the main event, Kaito Kiyomiya won the Global Honored Crown for the third time by downing El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. in 24 minutes and 45 seconds. After the bout, Kiyomiya was confronted by Kenoh. The show also opened with a title change as Shuji Ishikawa defeated Ninja Mac to win the GHC Hardcore title. All other titles remained with their holders. Jack Morris and Anthony Green retained the GHC World Tag Team title, downing Satoshi Kojima and Hiroyoshi Tenzan. Daga held on to the GHC World Junior Heavyweight title, defeating Alejandro. And GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team champions Yohei and Tadasuke retained by winning a three-way over Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf, and Shuji Kondo and Brother Yasi. All Japan's Champions Carnival also continued on Saturday inside the Sanjo City Public Welfare Hall. All of yesterday's bouts consisted of Block B matchups, ultimately resulting with Jun Saito defeating Suwama in the main event. With his victory, Saito clinches the B block with 10 points. He'll move on to face the winner of Block A, which will be determined today in Tokyo. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.